It is research slash internship application season, guys. So we gotta get to it. We have to get to climbing that corporate ladder. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like my man, Elliot Hill. The current CEO of Nike. Him started as an intern, now becoming a CEO. We gotta be like that guy. You know what I'm saying? We gotta rise as professionals. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start now. What's the objective of this video? What is the objective of this video? We'll figure it out. What's the objective? So what is the objective of this video? Pretty much to apply to as many internships as I can in a short time span, which is 2 weeks. So if you don't know, I am a pre-medical student studying brain science. But with that, I am still open to see what my options are in regards to outside of medicine and inside of medicine. So particularly with basically STEM, I'm interested in industry roles, primarily R&D roles. So pharmacology, pharmaceutical sciences, I'm applying to those too, just to see if I want to do that as my main career, or just to see what that looks like. Also, what are we gonna do? What is the challenge I'm gonna put myself into? So let's pick an arbitrary number of internships to apply to in the span of 2 weeks. Drum roll is 50 internships. I want to apply to 50 internships slash research roles within the span of 2 weeks. Is it doable? Yes, I think. I don't know. Maybe. I think so. But let's get started. Let's get started in this journey of applying to 50 internships within 2 weeks. Let's have fun. First, let's fix this old resume, Alright, before we fix our resume, the primary resources we're going to use for looking for these internships is basically Handshake, LinkedIn, and just browsing the web to see if there's any open positions. Yeah, so let's have at it with this resume stuff. Come on. Alright, gang. Our resume is done. We finished it. Right here, man. We finished our resume. My resume is kind of lacking. As a sophomore, I'm not expecting a lot, but we can do way better. This year we can do way better. Because the only experience I pretty much have is me working as a camp counselor. Mind you, that was fun. But we gotta get started in our professional career and jumpstart that, because when we leave college, we can't be lacking a job. We can't be lacking a job. We need a job. We're here to get a job. Well, medicine or pre-law. So a job in like 10 or 5 years or 3 years. We'll see. But let's get on to it, all right? Now, before we start applying to these 50 odd amounts of internships and research positions, we're going to ask people here at Tufts what they think about the internship process and just the idea of getting internships and working them, and just, yeah. So I'm going to ask my friends, random people, about what they're doing, Woohoo! Alright. I'm here with
Layla.
Can you tell me your major and your year?
I am a biomedical engineering and English major, and I'm a junior.
Gotcha. Are you pre-med?
I am.
Hey, gotcha. What's the most challenging part of applying to internships?
I would say narrowing it down what you actually want to do, because I feel like it's overwhelming to try to apply to 40 or whatever internships, and I know it's dependent on the field. Sometimes you need to apply to a lot, but for me, I prioritize what I really wanted to do, and that kind of helped clarify. Also, getting letters of rec in order.
Professors.
Because I don't know, if you need 3 per internship, and then you're applying to that many, it definitely adds up. So again, prioritizing which teachers you have a really good relationship with for the ones you want.
For sure.
Yeah, that's tough, that part.
In other years and seasons, how many internships did you typically apply to? How many?
Well, the summer before, I like it wasn't like a formal internship process. Like I mean, I worked like in a job, so it wasn't like an internship. But then in summer, I think of the year before, I applied to like 2 or 3 per summer. Yeah.
Can you speak more about your lab experience? So, like, did you find the mentorship between like your PI to be beneficial and your mentor and the research you're doing to be enjoyable itself and helpful for your professional career?
Yeah. So, well, the research I did this summer is like unrelated to the research I've done at Tufts. So I've done research at 2 labs at Tufts, and my experience with that was very good. Like, it taught me basic like lab skills and stuff, but I think like again, like you really want to choose carefully the environment you want to be in. Like, if you want to be in a small lab versus a big lab, and I found that being in a big lab, you kind of like get lost a little bit.
The noise, yeah.
But like it's still just a great experience, like learn skills, and I feel like being at like a research university, you kind of like it's such a good opportunity. Like, I don't know, like I'm glad I do it. I don't currently do it right now, but and then over the summer I was like really passionate about this topic called narrative medicine, and it kind of like blends my like interests. So I like did research, and it was so hard to find a mentor. I emailed like every single person in this program, and it was like the day before the application, and I didn't have a mentor, so I applied without a mentor. And then I like someone emailed me back like 3 days after, and I like met with them, and it was like a perfect match. And then they let me like amend my application. So don't give up if it doesn't happen the traditional way.
Do you have any last general advice to those applying this season?
I guess, yeah, don't get discouraged if it doesn't work out. And like if one door closes, like another door opens, and it could be like the best thing. Like a rejection could be the best thing, I guess. So yeah, just like try to like step back from the smaller picture and realize there's like more than like one particular thing.
For sure. What's your name again?
Layla.
Thank you, Layla. She's the best, guys.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, guys, I'm here with
Jane.
Jane. What is your major and what year are you?
I'm still deciding because I'm a sophomore and we're allowed to kind of like contemplate on our majors until the second semester of sophomore year. So I'm deciding between biopsychology, community health, and biology.
Gotcha. And are you pre-med?
I'm not.
You're not? Okay, gotcha. Have you started applying to any internships?
Not this season, but last season I applied to a few, but I ended up doing a lab research assistant position instead.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me more about your experience in that position?
Yeah, so I was in a neuroscience lab over the summer. It was a really educational and like supportive environment. I got to perform procedures I never thought I would do, and overall like the support that I got was kind of like guidance, but it was also hands-off in a way where I got trusted with a lot of procedures. I like didn't know that I'd be able to be performing on my own.
Like lab procedures, correct? Or?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like surgeries on mice, and the whole procedure of like from start to finish, and then also sectioning, brain sectioning, various microscopy stuff as well.
And did you have like a close relationship with the PI?
Yeah, the PI and I had bi-weekly meetings, I believe.
Okay.
Sometimes he would like go off for a conference, so we'd miss that. But I'd mostly work with the graduate student in the lab, who is a PhD student.
Gotcha. And how do you break into how do you get introduced to like a PI or like into a lab?
Yeah.
Like what's the process of that? Like how did you do that?
I'd say like if you're in a college environment, then attend club meetings that host like panels that invite PIs and graduate students to talk about their research. But another way is always like cold emailing, which is what I did. I just kind of researched labs that were connected to Tufts, but would not necessarily be like on this campus because we do have graduate campuses downtown.
Correct.
And so the med school there and the graduate biomedical sciences department there, they have lots of labs for like that have positions for undergraduates. So I just cold emailed.
Yeah. Do you have any last general advice for anybody applying to internships, research positions, roles?
I'd say sometimes it truly is like a numbers game. Like the fact that you got rejected doesn't necessarily mean that you weren't the right candidate. It just means that there's a lot of people applying, and sometimes like your file could just get lost, or they just had an abundance of people applying. It doesn't mean that you weren't qualified, and it shouldn't determine your worth or confidence in you being able to enter that field, because it's competitive. It is a numbers game, just like college admissions, I feel like. And just like keep applying to as many opportunities as you see fit. because you will find your place. And you can learn from any experience, even if it is just like sitting at a desk all summer. Like you'll still be surrounded by people who are in the field you want to work in. And for like labs, no matter like how hands-on it is, it will still be beneficial because you're making those connections and like networking with people there, so that in the future you could do like more advanced procedures, meet more people.
Yeah, thank you. And your name is?
Jane.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, guys. You guys are best. You want to hit it too or now?
So I only applied to one fully, and completed it. I've been searching for like the past hour and a half of like research and like policy internships, and that's not been going well, which is fine. We have 2 more days to see where you will come from. I don't think I'm gonna hit the 50 mark, which is okay, because I feel like in this process is all about being very intentional of what type of roles you want to do. Not really the amount of, it's not really about the quantity, but really the quality of your search, you know? So, yeah, you know, things don't always work out. You have to redirect sometimes, so, yeah.